All right, we are officially recording. Yes!
Woo!
That's going to be in the video for sure. Do not edit that out, Josh. You know we need that. We need that energy, that passion. All right, well, welcome, everybody. This is a deeper dive. We are lucky to be with Amanda Delaney, and Amanda is what I say, something special from Imagine Brands. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, and I'm glad that you took some time today. So you were our star student of the chat, as we like to say, Promochat every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we were talking about customer service. If you remember, question one was talking about advances in instant communication and how customer service has improved or has it suffered, and what advantages has technology brought to the table. And you had a phenomenal answer, so I'm going to give you a big thumbs up for that. Your answer was, for me in my role as an outside sales rep, something simple as more people texting and using Facebook Messenger to communicate has helped you be more responsive. Now, tell me more about that. Give me an example, share with a story. What did you mean? Let's take a deeper dive.
I mean, I think the way that we're evolving in social media and, everybody's always on their phone and it's that need it now. Everybody needed it yesterday more than ever before. And so with so many different avenues of social media, and I know not everybody's on board with this, but I think it's phenomenal. Like Facebook Messenger, for example, like if your email's down, I'm friends with a lot of my customers on Facebook. My personal Facebook is really my professional Facebook because those two worlds are really one and the same for me. And so they can send me a message on Facebook or, today, perfect example, we had this rush order that we were trying to get out. My customer was submitting the order today at 1 o'clock today and wanted us to ship it today.
Nice.
And we were going to make it happen. And so I'm working from home today. So I saw an email come through like, hey, I had a question. And I was able to text my customer because we have that relationship and just say, hey, check your email really fast. We need this answer now.
Right.
Because not everybody's going to pick up the phone when you call. And I'm guilty of that too. Like if I'm in the middle of something or if I'm running late to a meeting and I get a phone call and it's probably a customer, I'm not going to answer because I don't know how much time that's going to take. And if it's going to, push me even later to my next meeting, or if I'm going to be able to really be focused on that call, depending on what's going on. So if a customer, I know it sounds horrible, but if a customer texts me like, hey, this is all I need, it's a lot easier for me to respond to them.
I don't think it's horrible at all.
Straight to the point,
That's not horrible at all. I think that's you having the opportunity to define the priority. Of course, you're trying to help everybody, and not always will your customer understand that you are juggling 10, 12, 20 balls at a time.
Right.
So a quick text, a quick messenger, something like that where you can pop a response and they're thrilled because they're getting the communication from you rather than waiting 3 or 4 days or 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And especially too, if I'm in meetings all morning and I can't check my emails until like 11 o'clock, well, I have a bunch of emails to go through. So if a customer has something urgent that they need handled, that needs to be a priority, like every meeting I leave, I'm like, call me, text me, email me, whatever works for you guys. Cause, I want to know, like, I don't want it to get lost in the emails from the day if it's something super important. So I just think the more that we evolve and technology comes out with new vehicles for communication, I feel like it only helps us to be more productive, more responsive. And then overall, if you think about it, it really kind of builds that relationship and adds that trust too, because you're taking things a little bit more personal. It's not just emails. It's not just phone calls. So, I think it's great.
Great. I agree. I think it is helping. I think it's helping us stay in touch. I know it can come with some unintended downsides and a little extra management or prioritization, but overall customers seem to appreciate it. Okay, so question 3, and you had a killer answer for that as too, which is really what put you over the top. I wasn't exaggerating when I told you that earlier.
Thank you.
So you said, the question was, what role of customer service, we're kind of taking a deeper dive here, are customer service staff, are they simply there to put out fires, or do they have a role in sales as well? And so your answer was phenomenal, and I'll read just a little bit of it. Good customer service reps are not just taking orders and fixing mistakes. Ideally, they're providing solutions, offering ideas and building relationships to sustain that business. That is a phenomenal answer, Amanda. Tell me more about it. Tell me how they are, involved in that human touch. Tell me how they're building that trust. What works for your team? What works for you?
Yeah, and it's interesting hearing like somebody say that that's a phenomenal answer, because that's just how my head works. Like that's just what I think should be normal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we're, you know, as a supplier rep, I'm out here on the road all day. And so my customers are mostly talking to the CSRs, the customer service reps back at Imagine Brands. And if they're not, I mean, if they're having a bad day, or they're rude, or they're just so like, you know, if they're monotone or just taking the order, or I feel like that really sets a tone for the company as a whole, you know, and they're their first point in contact a lot of times too. A lot of times my customers talk to my CSRs way before I get the chance to meet them. So they're really kind of that first impression, I guess, you know, and I think that good customer service reps are, you know, and I was like, my previous job in this industry before I came to Imagine Brands, I started out as a customer service rep in the call center. And yeah, so I say this from experience because I've done it too. And I see how important it is. But like, you're that peppy voice on the other end. You know, if something's out of stock, don't just say, oh, no, we're out of stock. Oh, we're out of stock, but hey, let's look at some other options for you. Or, you know, if like there's an emergency, like just communicate a little bit more, like just be more than just like a yes or no person, or be more than just that order taker. Because the good CSRs really are more than just an order taker. And in turn, that helps build our business. I'm not going to get into a meeting with a customer if they have had nothing but bad customer service from calling our corporate offices. They're going to be like, no, you guys suck. Everybody's mean. We hate you. Like, no.
That's
like,
never going to happen. That's not going to happen.
So luckily it doesn't happen with us. But I mean, I hear about it. I see it. And I just, and I think too, from like the customer service standpoint, like that's what I loved in my previous job. Like I loved working in that call center because it was so, because you do get to have those conversations and you are building that business all around, you know, and even now I have customers that work more with my inside reps than they do with me, because they build that relationship. And I can't tell you how many times I meet new customers, because I'm only a year into this territory. So I'm still meeting people for the first time that are saying like, hey, we need a really solid inside person, because like that's what keeps us connected to loyalty with a supplier. I hear it all day, every day.
So tell me more about like on the relationship side, like they probably get to know those clients really well, right? They're having multiple chances, phone calls, emails. They're really putting out a lot of fires and building that trust. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I say a lot of the time, like my phone only rings if I need to do damage control. Because if something needs to be escalated, that's when I get looped into it. For the most part, yeah, those CSRs are the ones that are handling everything, you know, and they're having those conversations with them. And while they're like looking for stock inventory or whatever it is, like, hey, how's the kids? Or, you know, they really build that relationship, and that really can make or break the overall success of a company. You know, that's like I can't do what I do if I have bad customer service on the inside, because it doesn't matter how well I might do or the relationship that I have with a customer. If their main point of contact all day, every day, while I'm in front of people is a bad customer service rep, they're not, I mean, they're
game over, right?
Game over. And furthermore, I think like as of CSRs too, like that makes your job so much more fun, because you do get I get jealous of some of my CSRs sometimes, because they'll be like, oh, and by the way, when you see her next week, like, her sister just had a baby and she's so excited, and I'm like, why do you get to know all this information? She doesn't see that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think they really can make or break, you know, the overall relationship, which in turn like makes or breaks whether we grow or don't grow as a company.
Perfect.
So I think that CSR role is highly underrated.
Critical, right? Critical. So it was or is, it's Customer Service Week. So we can give a virtual high five right now to all of our awesome, boom, customer service CSRs. High five.
Yes, definitely.
Or we bump in, or thumbs up, or whatever you want to do.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Amanda, you were awesome. Thanks again for participating. It's been a deeper dive. It's been fun talking to you. Obviously, you have great passion for the industry, for your role in sales.
I've heard that before.
You have. Wow, imagine that. So we're thrilled to have you. Can't wait to see you again and chat again on Promochat. So until then, hasta la vista.
Thanks for having me, Jay.
Thanks.